The Pittsburgh Steelers took care of some needs during the free agency period. I mean, from top to bottom, and I know we didn't do a recap for him, but just to kind of go off cuff here, I mean, yes, you lose Cameron Sutton to the Lions, but you bring in Patrick Peterson from the Vikings. I think he's a Band-Aid for the next couple of years, and I really do believe that, maybe this year, if he still continues to play well, maybe you do bring him back next year, but, he's getting up there. You could also get somebody in the draft. You also bring in Isaac Samolo. I know that's not even close to the correct pronunciation, but getting a quality guard in there to help out Kenny Pickett and company. I absolutely love it. Nate Herbig also coming to the Steelers. I love it. Landon Roberts, Cole Holcomb to really help out the middle of that defense. I really love it. And yes, you do lose some guys, out there like Devin Bush and all that, but you still do bring in some of those guys that I do think are going to help out a lot. This is a very long way of me saying that yes, the Pittsburgh Steelers, did a lot of good things in terms of helping out their defense in the free agency period with some of the things that they lost. However, work still needs to be done. There's definitely still some things that the Steelers need to do here, and today we are going to do it when we make a defensive masterpiece with our latest Pittsburgh Steelers mock draft. So we're going to go ahead and bring you into it. Oh, wait, I actually still got it open from doing another mock draft this morning. You got to have fun with it. I love PFF. I really do. So bringing you into it. 7-round mock draft here for the Steelers. Oh, yeah, I did a Cowboys one. So public versus PFF. I like to go more on the PFF side of things. I feel like they actually know more of what they're talking about than guys, that just do random things. By the way, I love all of you that do random mock drafts. That's what the season is for. So, you guys do you. I love it. So care for position of value and drafting for needs is relatively high, and as well as a little bit of randomness because at the same time, it's the draft. Strange things happen all the time. So we're going to jump right into it, quit talking and yakking, and get right to it. So, I forgot to talk about certain needs for, Joey Porter Jr. went. That's tough. But I forgot to mention certain needs here for the Steelers. So I've got tackle as a need. I know, what is it, Raven Clark you brought in. I just don't think he's going to be a starter. I think he's a backup player that you bring in, especially what was it, a 1 year, $1.2 or $1.1 million contract. It wasn't a lot of money. So he's a guy that's going to come in. You'll see what he can do. But overall, I still think there's some things you need to do. So defensive tackle, outside linebacker, safety, wide receiver, corner, all needs. I think at least wide receiver late in that first round. So to start things off here, tackle is going to be tough. I think at 17, you just got to go ahead and take the best tackle that you can. Broderick Jones is still there. Do you trade down? No, you know what? I really don't think you do. I really don't think you do. Paris Johnson already went. Broderick Jones, I think is going to be a lot of fun in this particular spot. I don't think you trade down from 17. I think you got to go with the best tackle prospect possible and go from there. So I'm going Broderick Jones here. I know you take him over Anton Harrison, people might freak, but I don't care. So now you get into a spot where I want to get corner. I know you got corner, D tackle, safety, wide receiver. Okay. So Cam Smith is still there. Jack Campbell's still there. And I still want to get Jack Campbell, but I also know it is what it is at this point. I do want to trade down a little bit because I need some more. I need some more stuff here. I really do. So who is there? So the Packers are at 45. The Seahawks are at 34. I just want to see what the Cardinals will give me. So give me 3, 4. Now I'm going to go down. I'm going to trade a little bit down to the Packers because I still think, even despite the fact that there's some guys I really want to take a flyer on, guys like Mousie Smith, Emmanuel Forbes, Cam Smith, and all those guys, I really feel like you can drop down here. And there's still going to be some quality players like Tyreek Stevenson, Tuli Tuipulotu, Garrett Williams still should be there. I'm really not that worried about it. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to drop down here because I do think that the Steelers need more picks. They've got a lot of good picks, but I feel like they need to kind of get more back into the 5th, 6th round, 4th, 5th, 6th round, that kind of a deal. So I'm going to go down to the Packers at 45. What's up? I will trade you that. You got to give me a 3-4. Will you give me a 3-4-5? Okay, 3, 4, 6. 3, 4, 7. Final offer. Love it. So from the Packers, you get 45. You drop down 13 spots. You get a 3, 4, and then 232 is a 7, I believe. So, like the value here, just getting 3 picks by moving down a couple of that. So you get back in the 3rd and 4th rounds. You love it. So then you get here. Garrett Williams is there still. You love it. Plus, you're going to be back at 49. Okay, so now you can really start to do some damage. So you got your left tackle of the future. You're not worried about it. Next thing you want to do, I feel like corner is still there for, corner/safety. Plus, you got more picks to work with. What's a bigger need? I think defensive tackle is a bigger need more than anything right now. Who's going to be there on the defensive interior, though? So Keanu Benton could still be there. I doubt he's going to make it that far. Moro Ojomo. Kobe Turner. Let's see. Who's going to be there at edge? Because I want to get both. I really do. Isaiah McGuire, Keon White there at 90-ish. So in this particular spot, I think you can go with BPA. And I know that Garrett Williams is there at corner. I also just like Sidney Brown has screamed to me. Like he just screams to me being a Steelers pick through and through. So I'm going to go Sidney Brown here because he can play corner and safety, and he can do it at a high level. Plus, I also want D-tackle. I really want D-tackle here. Siaki Apuika, BPA, Jamar Gibbs, edge. Do we go edge here? Like, do we legitimately? Because we got tackle taken care of. Linebacker, I want outside linebacker, but Dorian Williams, I think, is going to be the perfect fit for you there at linebacker. Joe Tippmann, Sanders, I said Landers. Eli Ricks, Siaki Apuika. Like, he is just an absolute man in the middle. Can you imagine him with Cam Hayward, Trenton Simpson, Keanu Benton? I just really doubt that Keanu Benton falls to you that far, so Sidney Brown, I also want to do corner again. You know what? This is such a deep corner class. I'm not worried about it. Siaki Apuika, come on in. Probably a little bit higher than you could want to get him. Maybe you want to try trading down, but I don't care. Siaki Apuika is an absolute stud. I'm not even worried about it. So 78 here. So we got tackle taken care of. We got D tackle taken care of. We got safety / corner taken care of. Don't worry, we'll go after another corner here. But right now, Dorian Williams and Darius Rush. Ooh, if you can get both of them, who's the bigger? Who's going to be there at linebacker too? Dorian Williams to me. No, you can't take a chance on that. Oh, Darnell Wright. I love this. So you get Darius Rush and you get Dorian Williams. So Dor and Dare. Sorry. Okay, so you get those two. I love it. I love it. So you get help at the outside linebacker position. You double down on corner. Oh, and Jacorian Bennett falls to you. That's nasty. That's nasty. So we already got D-tackle. Jair Brown, Cam Jones. We also got Zach Pickens. DB is good. Caillou Blue Kelly. So outside linebacker, safety, wide receiver, corner. Do we just go BPA and say Jalen Marino Carpenter? Even though, what is it, Trey Austin III or whatever his name is, I forgot is, who like everybody in my comment section has been blowing up about the Steelers. I just, I don't know. Jervin Dexter, Ronnie Hickman. I don't think we went edge. I don't think we did we? I need to recap here. I'm so sorry. So yes, we went Broderick Jones at tackle, and then Mozzie Smith went early in the second. That's tough. So Sidney Brown, and then we went Siaki Apuika, Jalen Hyatt, Darius Rush, and also Dorian Williams. Yeah, we got to go edge here. I really feel like Zach Harrison, like I still want to go edge, even though I know you guys brought in some dudes, but I mean, Zach Harrison's a lot of fun. He's a lot of fun. Plus you got D tackle, so things are sitting pretty. Things are sitting pretty good. Zach Kuntz, Byron Young, Caillou Blue Kelly, Jartavius Martin. Like, I know you brought in guard, but at the same time, like Isaac Samalu, I think he has a 1 year out. So do you? I don't know. Outside linebacker, safety's good, wide receiver's good, corner. Man, this is really good for the Steelers because then I think they can just go BPA from here. I don't think. Do you want to double down on corner though? Like, I don't know. I think we trade down in this spot because there's a big drop from 120 to 32. So can I give you 120 for 145? Who else wants to trade? I want to trade down to like the 130s, 135, because there's still a lot here that I really want to get. 210. So can I get 135, 184, and 210? Or do we just say, or is that going to be too much? No. Okay, 146. Because we're really looking pretty solid. We are. 227. So you get 146, 165, and 227. Cool. Move down a little bit because honestly, none of the options there really like shouted to me. Okay, Andrew Voorhees. Listen, again, I know you brought in Isaac Seumalo, but at the end of the day, I really like it. I like bringing in a guy like Andrew Voorhees. I know he tore his ACL, but that means this year he doesn't need to do anything. He can learn behind this solid offensive line that really put things together, and things are looking up. So, Stetson Bennett, Trey Dean. Do I go to Stetson Bennett? I don't know. I also want to go after Andre. He had a pretty good combine too. Andre Lasvasis. Big dude, too. Had a good combine. Gwendell Johnson, Juice Scruggs. Emil Ekiyor. Lonnie Phelps is a lot of fun, too. This is tough, though. Okay, I'm going to go Andre Lasvasis. I know that's not even close to the correct pronunciation, but I really like the value here in the 5th round. A tremendous combine and all that. Big dude, ran fast. Yeah, he's going to be a lot of fun, doing all the different things. Darrell Luther at corner. Justin Shorter, Drake Thomas. Ryan Greenhagen, Jalen Wayne. Mohamed Ibrahim would be really interesting. Played in a cold climate, goes over to Pittsburgh to play in a cold climate too. Yeah, I'm going to go Mohamed Ibrahim. I know you don't need a running back, especially, you got arguably one of the best in the NFL, but overall, it never hurts to have another guy that can tote the rock. Jadakius Bonds, Hunter Lupke, Marshawn Ford. Jaron Hall's going to be a lot of fun, though. I'm going Drake Thomas. Drake Thomas on linebacker. You double down on it. You go from there. Darrell Luther, fine. This team loves their corners, and they go from there. So finally, to kind of tie this whole thing together, Brandon Hill at safety. I'm going Brandon Hill. I love ending it on Brandon Hill there. So really like how this draft ended up. And I think trading back from 32 definitely needs to be an option for the Steelers. At 17, you just got to go BPA, a tackle, a guard, or a tackle, corner, whatever. I really just believe that this is something you really got to do to trade back. So Broderick Jones, he's going to be your starter at left tackle for the foreseeable future. I really like what I saw from him out of Georgia. He's a dude that I even think he played some right guard too. So he's got some flexibility. So if some things that do get kind of scrambled around, you could definitely do some different things, so I love it. Sidney Brown just does not get the love from PFF, and it's a shame. This man balled out at not only at the Senior Bowl, I think he had a pretty good combine too. So that's kind of one of those things where he's very versatile. He's a leader. I think he's going to be deadly with the Steelers. So Sidney Brown, he can play corner or specifically nickel corner outside. I think he can also play safety, obviously. So I think he's definitely a steal here at 45. So before that, obviously, you trade down from 32 to 45. You get a 3, 4, and a 7 for it. Later on, you get Siaki Apuika. Again, PFF really just doesn't like this guy. I don't get it because he's got a ton of power. Doesn't necessarily need to be the star on the inside there, but a ton of power at the point of attack. I think he can really develop some of his pass rush moves, and you go from there. And then Dorian Williams, who to me is the best coverage linebacker in this draft. It's not even close. The way he flies around and just really sticks with everybody, whether it's a running back, tight end, wide receiver, doesn't matter. He's fast. He's going to fly around. And to me, he's everything that Devin Bush was meant to be. So I think he's going to be a fantastic player. Darius Rush, the corner there, a couple picks later. This is just fantastic value. You're able to really double dip in the 3rd round here because of that trade and get a solid big corner that is pretty quick. I think he's going to do some really good things. Zach Harrison, too, on the edge. Again, I know edge isn't like the biggest need, but Zach Harrison in the 4th round is tremendous value. Then we also traded down from 120 to 146. We got an extra 5-7 for it. I really like the value there, mainly because you get Andrew Voorhees in the 5th round, even though you just signed Isaac Seumalo, and you really don't need to go after guard at this particular spot. But in a year from now, when Andrew Voorhees is all healed up, he's going to be a lot of fun. Then Andre Lasvasis, I know that's not even close to correct, coming up out of Princeton. Wide receiver like Calvin Austin, I'm really excited about him. I don't think you're going to give up on him by any stretch of the imagination, but getting another wide receiver in there who's big, he can run, going to be interesting and help out Kenny Pickett. Mohamed Ibrahim, listen, this probably doesn't make any sense, but I just wanted a guy that, quite honestly, I've loved him throughout the entire draft process. He's going to be a steal in the 7th round. I don't care what anybody says. I just feel like, even though you've got one of the best backs in the NFL, it really never hurts to bring in another guy that can give him a break and tote the rock, catch the ball out of the backfield, also pass block. Played in a cold climate, going to another cold climate, over 1,600 rushing yards last year for Minnesota, so you love it. Also, Drake Thomas, the linebacker of North Carolina State. I really am excited about his ability. I feel like he's going to be a guy that probably starts out on special teams, but after that, maybe he can develop into something special, especially with the Steelers. Darrell Luther Jr., I really like coming up out of South Alabama. I really like what I saw from him at the combine. He ran fast, did all his things. I like the size as well, and I really think he could be something special with the Steelers. And then finally, you finish it up with Brandon Hill at safety. Again, I know we already went safety earlier in the draft, but it never hurts to double dip and at least get a guy that maybe could play special teams and do all of that sort of thing. Overall, they gave us a B+. I think they didn't really like the Siaki Apu-Ika, trade down / draft. I don't care. Like Siaki Apu-Ika going to the Steelers is just, it's nasty. It's absolutely nasty. That D-line is going to kill people. So, but that is it. That is our latest Pittsburgh Steelers mock draft, a defensive masterpiece. Let us know what you guys think. Make sure you guys like and subscribe down below. Leave a like and a comment. It helps people find the show. We greatly appreciate all the support that we've gotten and continue to get. You guys are all truthfully awesome. We love every single one of you. Down in the description below, you'll find all of our social media platforms. So give us a like and a follow there. Also, remember to give us a listen and sub on iTunes. And finally, if you have anything else you'd like us to cover, send us an email at thesportsbp@yahoo.com or put in the comment section down below, and we would love to cover it. But let us know what you guys think about our Pittsburgh Steelers mock draft defensive masterpiece edition.